Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's YT Games, YouTuber Gaming here. This is just my NBA mock draft, so if you want to listen, do it. If you don't. Alright, so let's jump right into this. For the first pick of the NBA draft, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers selecting Andrew Wiggins. There's been a lot of reports that the owner wants to pick Andrew Wiggins because he was more explosive. He was making his jump shots, while Jabari Parker was he was slow. He added weight. He was out of shape, and Joel Embiid's injured, of course, so they don't want to gamble on him. So it's basically a two-horse race, but it's looking like it's gonna go to Andrew Wiggins at number 1. And number 2 for the Bucks, I have Jabari Parker being picked. And that's because, you know, he's Jabari Parker. You saw what he did at Duke last year. Although they had a disappointing tournament run, they didn't really make it very far. But still, Jabari Parker's Jabari Parker. He's athletic, not as athletic as Wiggins, but he can get the job done. At number 3, you may be surprised by this. I have Joel Embiid being drafted. Well, I know Nerlens Noel was drafted by the Sixers last year, but I think Joel Embiid could either take over a spot or sit on the pine for a year and learn from Noel. He's also injured, so it may take him a while to recover. So I think the 76ers want Embiid at number 3, and then they're going to take someone else at number 10 who is worth it. Number 4, I have Dante Exum going to the Orlando Magic. Well, there's not much known about Dante Exum, except he's a really good player. That's all I can say. I've listened to some reports about him on ESPN. I didn't learn much, but I heard he did fantastically in a U19 tournament in Australia. Number 5, I have Aaron Gordon going. This pick may surprise some of you, but I think this is going to happen because there's no leadership on the Utah Jazz, who hold the number 5 pick. Derek Favors is not a stellar power forward. I think they need to move on with Derek Favors. Aaron Gordon is a great leader, as you saw on the Arizona team. So that's why I think Aaron Gordon is going to go to the Jazz. At number 6 to the Celtics, I have Marcus Smart going. I believe this will happen because Rajon Rondo, I think he's going to leave. I honestly think he's not going to stay there that much longer. He doesn't want to stay, and Marcus Smart is going to be a solid player in the NBA, I believe. He had a great year last year. He got suspended one time, but it has nothing to do with his basketball skills. Number 7, I have Noah Vonleh. I just can't see him dropping that far down in the draft. I mean, I know Kobe's getting old. They should probably draft a shooting guard for the future, but I don't think there's any shooting guards that are really going to be drafted that high in this draft. At number 8 for the Kings, I have Dario Saric, I believe it's pronounced. I don't really know too much about him, but I heard he's pretty good, so I'm gonna have to go with him. Number 9 for the Charlotte Hornets, I'm gonna have to go with Julius Randle. Julius Randle, he's a great big man. He's an all-around big man. He can do anything you want him to. He's just a great all-around big man. And number 10, I have Gary Harris going. He is, besides Andrew Wiggins, he's the first shooting guard I have drafted. Gary Harris can shoot the ball exceptionally well. And speaking of good shooters, at number 11, I have Doug McDermott going to the Denver Nuggets. His resume speaks for itself. The man's a shooter. He could be potentially a better version of Kyle Korver. He might be a Ray Allen someday. You never know. 12, I have James Young out of Kentucky, the small forward. I just think the Magic need a small forward. They don't really have a solid small forward. At number 13 to the T-Wolves, I have Elfrid Payton. I think he's going later than most people have him in their mock drafts. But I have him going so late because, I don't know, I don't really see what teams would need him. I mean, I guess the Hornets might need him, but still, I think he would be a solid backup to Ricky Rubio, and he might eventually take the spot. Number 14, I have Nick Stauskas out of Michigan. I put him there because the shooting guard position in Phoenix is pretty weak. I mean, Goran Dragic or Eric Bledsoe will be there, but they're primarily point guards. And Nick Stauskas is a great shooter. He can drain the three-pointer. For number 15, I have Jusuf Nurkic going. I have nothing to say about that. I just heard he's pretty good. Sorry if the recording got cut off there for a second. Anyways, 15, Jusuf Nurkic is going to be drafted again. I don't know much about him, but I heard he's good. 16, I have Tyler Ennis going to the Chicago Bulls. This is because I think the Bulls need an alternative to weak legs Rose. Number 17, I have Adreian Payne going to the Boston Celtics. I think the Celtics need a solid big man. They don't really have one. Adreian Payne can do anything. He can shoot. He can take it to the cup when needed. He's a great power forward / center. He's tall. He can do anything. He can rebound. 18, I have T.J Warren out of NC State. I remember watching him last year, or in the tournament. He's an explosive player. He can do anything. He's an all-around, he's just an all-around good player. At number 19, I have Rodney Hood going to Chicago Bulls. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about him, but I know he can shoot the ball well. That's pretty much all I know about him. At 20, I have Zach LaVine out of, I believe, UCLA. Zach LaVine, I don't know how you pronounce it. He's probably later than most of you would expect him to go, but I don't think he's as good as everyone else thinks he is. Number 21, I have Clint Capela, power forward out of Switzerland. Since he's an international player, I don't know too much about him, but I do know Serge Ibaka is injury prone, so they might need a good backup, and I think Clint Capela could be a good alternative. At 22, I have P.J. Hairston going to the Grizzlies. I'm just going to not give an explanation for everyone because I don't want to be this video to be too long. 23, I have K.J. McDaniels going to the Jazz. At 24, I have Jordan Adams going to Charlotte. 25, Jarnell Stokes to Houston. And 26, I'm going to discuss this one. I have Shabazz Napier going to Miami. And as a UConn and Celtics fan, this is one of my worst nightmares. I always hoped this would never happen, but I think it's going to happen. I really do. I just see it happening. I dream about it every night. And we'll find out tomorrow, or whenever I post this video. It might be today. Alright, 27, I have Mitch McGary. 28, Damien Inglis. 29, Cleanthony Early. He's a great small forward. I don't know why everyone projects him to go so late. I didn't want to put him too high because then people would call me crazy. So, and 30, I have Kyle Anderson. Most of you are probably really surprised. You probably had him 10 through 15. But to me, he's not that great. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. Sorry I didn't post any 2K in a long time, but you know, you can't win them all, is what I'm going to say. Peace out. It's YT Games here. Bye.